welcome to the stream. I'm sorry I'm late today. I was filling out really big, um, this really big form for Pioneer app, which is a pretty cool product to be honest. Um, but it's a lot. I don't know, their project description, which is worth 1,000 points. So to be fair, it's probably okay. But it was just like a lot to fill out. Okay, so I want to get back to classmatic a little bit and working on that. And let's see, I'm going to just close. And I'm just going to post here. Okay, just so people know that I'm streaming. Okay, I'm going to close that. So the things I want to do today. So you guys, I actually want to wait for someone to join the stream because I worked on something pretty cool yesterday, and I think it turned out really good. And I just want to show it off a little bit. But yeah, so I want to finish making this diagram, and then I think I want to change the project description to something like either turn things on and off. Hi, Salvin. Finally, we meet again. Very glad to have you on the stream. I think it's going to be the project description. So yeah, today I'm working on this library called classmatic. You might have seen it last time, but it just lets you toggle classes on and off on your page. And then you can also have it click away to remove a class, which is pretty cool. And then you can also show and hide things based on which class it's inside of or which class it has. So it's a really cool library. I was inspired by this other library called Alpine.js. And I think I'll just start writing that tweet already because I'm going to say classmatic, a small library for, I think it's showing and hiding, for toggling elements on your page. It's like an interactive podcast up in here. Nice. Yeah, I'll try to make my voice very interesting. I'll just always be talking about hopefully interesting things. I like this guy's Twitter handle, Shah, and his name's Shah. I wonder what his real name is. Is it Sean or something? Okay, classmatic. Okay, nice. Classmatic, a small library for toggling menus, drop-downs, and tabs. Just enough JS for simple websites. Okay. And I'll say heavily inspired by Alpine. Alpine.js. Okay, it does have a thing. Heavily inspired by Alpine.js. And I guess, man, you know what? I think I have to. Have it have its own website. But that actually shouldn't be that big of a deal. So, Sullivan, I just want to let you know that it's very unfortunate that you can't see your screen because I'm going to show you something amazing. And you're you're the only one here, so it's kind of sad. But I made this amazing diagram for classmatic yesterday. Took me one day, and I'm actually super excited about it because I just spent a lot of time on this. I spent like 3 hours probably on this. Oh, nice, you can see it. Okay, sweet. Um, yeah, and it just like quickly sums up like what classmatic does and how it works. And I don't know why I felt like doing this. I guess I'll probably do something similar. Okay. I'll probably do something similar for remake at some point. So I think it'll help with that. But I've never like done this much effort to like explain a library that probably took me like 2 days to write. You know, like usually I'll like put, hey, Sir Voxels. Yeah, voxels helped me out, or Sir Voxels. Should I call you only Sir Voxels? Sir Voxels helped me out yesterday with this. It got a lot further along. I'm curious what you think. I expanded way beyond the 400 pixel by 400 pixel box that I was in before yesterday. But I actually, so like this was like one of the earlier versions that I had like last night, and then I changed it to this. I think it turned out pretty nice. So I think I'm going to put this on the README. But then I think I'll also make a website for Classmatic. Hopefully it'll just take like 2 seconds. Nice. Any advice before it like goes live? You can feel free to like critique anything about it. Font sizes, colors, positioning. Does anything feel off to you? I guess this green could be a little darker, in my opinion. Just a little bit. Just like there. Yeah. But yeah, anything you would critique about this? Spacing, colors. Because I think I'm gonna put it on the README, and then, oh, you know what I want to do? Yes, I want to. Okay, nice. You liked it. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do. Drop down original, and I'm gonna do. So there's this library I came across the other day, and I pinned it. I have so many pinned tabs right now, but there's this amazing CSS library, CSS template called Hello CSS. And it's really, really cool. Let me show you this README. So this is like his example. Oh, he has fancy too. But look, this is so nice. Like the typography is just beautiful. The headlines are really nice. The quotes are really nice. Or like ordered lists, unordered lists, they all look so super like clean. Like this looks like someone spent like a lot of money on this website. You know, just developing the typography and the spacing, and like just had someone really professional come in. And this guy just released this for free. I think it's pretty nice. I think it's a really nice template. Email me if you're using it and I'll add your site. Oh, that's cool. Oh, the art of Unix programming. Oh, he reformatted it. Yeah, this is super nice. Jeez. Okay. So I think what I could do is just make a website with this, and then how do I host it? I guess I'll just host it with that like static site host. I forget what it's called. I forget what it's called, but it's like everyone uses it. GitHub Pages. I like GitHub Pages, but there's another one that like everyone just loves, and I know if I just do like static site hosting, it's going to come up as one of the first things. Netlify. Yeah. So I use this for. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So I use this for remake. I think I can use it for this too. And I think I'm going to just basically do the README. So let's go back to Classmatic. I guess I'm gonna put the how it works up at the top, just because I'm so proud of it. I don't know if it belongs at the top. I guess it's fine. Okay, so we're going to export it as, should we do 2x or 1x? I guess 1x is fine. No, I'll do 2x. I'll do 2x because I don't want it to look blurry on any site. Okay, so we'll do drop down and we're going to save it in GitHub, classmatic, demo, and then new folder, images. And we'll save it there. And then in the code, we gotta have in the Readme, before the install, how it works, I guess. And then we're gonna have image, and I believe I can put a width on that. So we're gonna just use the natural width, which is 840. And so that'll downsize the high resolution version. And we called it dropdown.png. And we'll say like how classmatic works. Okay. And then I wish I knew a way to like preview this without publishing it to GitHub. But I literally do not know how to do that. If anyone does know how to do that, let me know. Add how it works to readme, commit, push. Okay, and then we're gonna go into here. It should be up by now. Okay, it's not bad. It's a little big, but it's not bad. Okay, and then for the description, a small library for toggling menus, dropdowns, and tabs. So that makes it like very, I don't know, I'm always kind of vacillating with all of my projects, no matter how big or small they are, between describing them for like what they do and kind of mixing in a little bit of like how they do it, and just focusing on like the benefit, right? And I guess like the ultimate benefit of this is like build websites without JavaScript. No, it's like how so you can have like a static website and you can add interactivity to it without a lot of hassle. So I guess, yeah, so I like interactivity without the hassle, right? So like that might be one way of describing it, right? So like classmatic, interactivity, or like add interactive elements, add interactivity without the hassle. I don't know. We'll just leave, like, this is just an example for now. So add interactivity without the hassle is like one example of what I could have. And then another example is like a small library for toggling menus, dropdowns, and tabs. And I think this is kind of like in the middle of like, it's kind of describing a little bit of how it works, like a little bit of the specifics, the mechanisms, I guess, a little bit, just like whispers about it, right? And then the last example would be like really in depth, right? So this is like a small library for adding and removing classes. And I don't even know if that'll make sense to people because they might think you're talking about like, I don't know, like programming classes and not like CSS classes. So we could be more specific. CSS classes, 2 elements. Small library for, how about like toggling CSS classes? Okay, so we have like very descriptive, very concrete. Then we have a small library for toggling menus, dropdowns, and tabs, which is like slightly less concrete because you're not sure exactly how it's doing it or why it's doing it. And then you have add interactivity without the hassle, which is actually very vague. I think it could be more emotionally resonant without being so so fucking vague. Sorry, Selwyn, I know you don't like when I when I swear. Okay, add interactivity without the hassle. Add, or how about like interactive web pages with minimal JavaScript. Oh, okay. Untrue. Okay, good. I think actually, yeah, I might have been mistaken. You might I think you'd mostly disapprove when I am mean. And I think I am mostly mean when I swear. Like, or not mostly mean, but like sometimes when I swear, I'm being mean. So I think you disapprove of that, which is, I think, a good thing to disapprove of. I don't think being mean is a good thing. Okay, so interactive web pages with minimal JavaScript. That sounds like it does more than it does. This is literally like a 1 kilobyte library. It doesn't really do very much. It's kind of cool though. Maybe it's somewhere else. I don't mind being mean either. Android maybe? Oh, maybe it's someone else. Oh, Android. I think, well, maybe you were just teasing, but I think you called me out like once or twice for something. I forget exactly. Okay, so what do you guys think? Interactive web pages with minimal JavaScript. That actually does sound super nice. Second option, a small library. Yeah, that makes sense. A small library for toggling menus, drop-downs, and tabs. That sounds that sounds like I know what it does. I kind of will probably understand a little bit of how it does it. And it sounds like compelling. Like I would probably look at that if I like saw that in a newsletter or something. And then the last one, a small library for toggling CSS classes. Doesn't really get at the benefit at all. I mean, like I would probably still look at that, but I would be like less excited about it. But I would know exactly how it did what it did. But okay, interactive web pages with minimal JavaScript. It kind of oversells it, I think. Okay, the middle one. Yeah, I think interactive web pages with minimal JavaScript. I think I would like definitely click on that one, but I would be expecting like a framework. Hey, Commander Root, welcome to the stream. How's life today? Oh, by the way, Commander Root and voxels if you want. Do you want to vote on these? So it's a description for a library that just like when you click on one button, it'll remove or add a class to another element. That's all it does. Very simple, small library. And would you prefer interactive web pages with minimal JavaScript, a small library for toggling menus, dropdowns, and tabs, or a small library for toggling CSS classes? I kind of think I prefer the second one. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna post that in the description, and then I'm also gonna update the README with it. You prefer a small library for toggling CSS classes. Yeah. It's like very specific about what it does, but I feel like it doesn't get as much at the benefit, you know? You know what I mean? Like, if someone was like, Google, Google a way to search, you know, a linked list of web pages based on like the keyword relevancy, like it wouldn't be as compelling as like find anything on the internet by typing what you want, you know? Like I think one is like more focused on the technicals and one's more focused on like the benefit that you're going to get from it. And I think this one, I don't know, I kind of like this one. I do, there is a part of me that prefers this one. Um, like the engineer technical part of me, but I do think that there's a part of me that's like, no, people are definitely going to understand it better if you describe it this way. Like get a fuller picture of what it's intended to do, not just what it actually does, you know? But I do appreciate your vote, so thank you. Thank you for voting. Remove small and seems good, but people like small things, don't they? I like small libraries. They do. But is it small? Yeah, it's super small. Oh yeah, I'm not working on Remake right now. I'm working on this other library called classmatic, which is 1.14 kilobytes when it's min-zipped or gzipped. So that's pretty small, I think. So Sarvox says, a small library for toggling menus, drop-downs, tabs, and more. Okay, let me compare these. Tabs and more. No, I know what you're saying, and I totally get where you're coming from, voxels. But and my instinct is the same because it's like it's more descriptive. But I think if I just say this one, people are going to be intrigued enough, and like more technically minded people are going to realize that it can be used for more. I think the and more one just feels too much. I don't know if you keep and remove small. Yeah, a library. So then you would just say like a library for toggling menus, drop-downs, and tabs? I don't know. I kind of like, sorry guys. I just asked for feedback and I'm just going to overrule you. A small library for toggling menus, drop-downs, and tabs. Um, I don't know. I think that's the one I'm going to go with. Just because I think it would be the most compelling for me. Okay. Yeah, just like, yeah. Okay. So we'll go with that. Sorry for asking for feedback and then just not listening. That's true. Good point, Sullivan. So I'm going to keep the description the same in the README because that's important for consistency. But then in like the extra part, we're going to say something like just enough JS for simple websites. Yeah, and then I think we can get into like how it works. That's fine. Okay, so let's see how this looks. Do you know the guys that asks for feedback and then don't care about it? No, is that like a YouTube? I don't know if you're just making fun of me, but is that like a YouTube show? Because I would totally watch that. Or like a podcast. I would honestly watch the heck. I would listen to the heck out of that podcast. It's a meme thing to do. I think that's hilarious. That's a great idea. That's a great idea for like a podcast. Just like, yeah, like what do you guys think I should do with my life? And then like you just completely disregard it. That'd be awesome. Just like do the opposite. Oh yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. I saw something on Twitter about that the other day. I didn't realize it was a meme. Hey. You're getting controversial now. Okay, a small library for toggling menus, drop-downs, and tabs. Just enough JS for simple websites. How it works. Then we got this beautiful fucking diagram. Fucking epic. Okay, then install, and then examples. And then I think we'll title this with like code. So attributes, where is it? So code, and I have to find a way to simplify this. Because it really doesn't make sense that this is so complicated. Okay, so we have click to add class, click to remove class, click to toggle class. I don't think I need these descriptions, honestly. I think they kind of make sense themselves. And I don't think I need this description either. Yeah, I think I can just list all of the attributes. Yeah, okay, I like that. And then, so I'll just list all the attributes, and then I think I'll add like a super simple description underneath each one, and then notes at the end. And I'm just going to list them all together. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think merging them is fine. So it's like a little condensed, but I think the way it is right now is not ideal. Click to add. Okay, so we're going to delete this. Selector, and we can just say defaults to body. Defaults to body. How about like target multiple classes, and then we'll just do this. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. And I'm just gonna say like no spaces. I want to change this so that they can have spaces, but right now they can't have spaces between the class names. If you're targeting like more than once in this at the same time, which is unusual anyways. Okay. Okay, so we'll delete this last one. Okay, and then we got set and unset. So merge those up there. I don't know why I thought all this description was necessary. And then we'll say like a click away action won't trigger when a normal click with the same targets a click away action won't trigger if there's an overlapping normal click with the same actions. That's fine for now. Okay, and then we're going to get the visibility ones, merge those in with all these. Notes. Okay, and I can delete that because I'm using a DOM ready. Okay, so that's an improvement over what we had before. So let's just commit that. Okay, so we're gonna say how do we do optional? I think it's square brackets, but I can't use square brackets because it's also part of the syntax. Okay, so we're gonna say when element is clicked, add class name to selector. Okay. When element is clicked, remove class name from selector. When element is clicked, toggle class name on selector. That's funny. Add, remove, and toggle, they each have different, I don't know what you call this. Is this like, is this a preposition? What's to, from, and on? To, from, on parts of speech. Preposition, I think it's preposition. Let's just search preposition. To or from, I think they're prepositions. What is a preposition? It's a word or set of words that indicates location. Yes, okay, the preposition. So yeah, it's funny that add, remove, and toggle use 3 different prepositions. To, from, and on. Huh. Okay, adds the class name. Okay. When element is not clicked, add class name to selector. When element is not clicked, I guess we can bold this. Not clicked. Remove class name from selector, different preposition. When element is not clicked, add or toggle class name on selector. Okay, show element only if it or any ancestor elements matches the selector, hides it otherwise. Okay. Show element if ancestor matches selector. Okay. Show element if ancestor matches selector. Okay. Have a good time, Salvin. I'll probably be gone by the time you get back. Thanks for stopping by, though. Really appreciate it. Good luck at work. Okay, and then we're going to do hides element if ancestor matches selector. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I should be on for like 20 more minutes. Cool. Okay, hides element if ancestor matches selector. Selector defaults to body for the click attributes. Target multiple classes. A click away action won't trigger if there's an overlapping normal click. If there's a normal click action with the same targets. Okay, cool. And let's commit that. Update a readme. Okay, and now we should have a much better readme, I think. And you know what? I think we should just use GitHub Pages for this because it's on GitHub already. We have a readme. I wonder if Hello CSS will let you in page body. Huh. This is responsive, right? Yeah, okay. It's responsive. Huh, does he decreases the font size to 14 pixels? It looks like 14 pixels. I don't like that. Yeah, font size 14 pixels. Yeah, I think 14 pixels isn't super readable, but that's okay. Let's see. So I wonder how he generates his example. he must have a package. He doesn't have a package JSON. What is he using to build this? Browser stack, get attributes. Wait, browser stack. Oh, okay. Readme.markdown. Better form styling. The side base block quote. Make. Speed up the make script a bit. Make demo. Okay, so this is how he does it. All tags, content sections. Oh man, I wish. Lorem. Huh. I don't know what this is. What is he doing? Lorem? Okay. He's constructing everything. Somehow. What is this? This is Bash, I guess? No, it doesn't look like Bash. fp.write? I don't know what this is. Okay, well, So I guess I don't know, I want to use this. I really do want to use this. Yeah, I want to use this. Okay, let's look at our amazing updated README code. I don't know what we should call this section. Maybe API instead. Oh, and I messed this up. Okay. Yeah, okay. Update README, push. Okay, so, So I think what we could do is, there must be a way to convert a README to website. And Jekyll. I don't like Jekyll. Website, easy Markdown to GitHub pages. Huh. Doesn't require any knowledge of Jekyll, but they're going to use Jekyll. I mean, I know how to convert Markdown to HTML. That's not a problem. I feel like there should be an easy way to generate this, but that's okay. So, I guess what we could do is just, you know what I wonder? I wonder if, okay, let me see. If I have image and then I link to /demo, will that work? I don't think that'll work. I think it needs to be a relative path. But I'm going to test that because if I can use absolute paths, I think that's going to make a big difference. So we can keep all of our images in one place. So let me see. It did work. Okay, I think it did work. Okay, so let's convert our Markdown to HTML. So there should be like a simple npm package for that. Let's see. We're not going to use Netlify here. So we're going to say Markdown to HTML. Written in JavaScript, Markdown to JSX. Okay, I think it's Showdown. And Bower, NPM, CDN. Huh. Hey Salvin, welcome back. I'm looking for how to convert Markdown to HTML command line. They tried to peer pressure you into going to lunch, but the chef is obsessed with cilantro and coriander. And cilantro doesn't taste good to you, I would imagine? Yeah. No, that sounds disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, cilantro does not taste bad to me, but I've heard that there's a genetic switch that makes it taste like soap. So I would absolutely not eat it if it tasted like soap. Okay. I've been hearing some more about Pandoc. I guess we can look into that. Yeah, nope. Nope. Is it, do you have a chef at work? Because that would be amazing. Pandoc. About, huh, that's interesting. Whoa, you have a chef? That's awesome. That's so cool. Sometimes we get some really great meals, but he's a little heavy-handed. Well, you should totally tell him that. You should totally tell him that so cilantro genetics percentage. Four to 14% of the, so he's possibly like shitting on 10% of your workforce. They've mentioned it to him? You gotta have like a conversation or something. That's crazy. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you have, but that's crazy. That stinks. Okay, converting a file. Okay. So how do I install Pandoc? Do I already have Pandoc? Pandoc, come to me. GitHub, classmatic, Pandoc. I don't have it yet. Okay, how do I install Pandoc? Installing. So what's happening now? So I'm trying to create an HTML file generated from my Readme so that I can put it into my repository under a docs folder and then use that as the basis for a website. And then I can have a website to like publish different places. That's the idea, at least. Download the latest installer for macOS. Okay, but I can also do Pandoc, brew install Pandoc. Okay, let's do this. I feel like this is a deep, dark road, Pandoc. You know, because it's like, I don't know. I like the command line, but like, I'm not like a master of it. I don't live there. But I feel like Pandoc is for people that live there. Like Emacs and Vim, you know? Or what is it, VI? I don't know. I think it's called Vim. Okay, so we're installing Pandoc. And then we're going to do this -f markdown -t HTML. Okay, so this is saying it's from Markdown to HTML, and then dash O dash dash S dash O. I don't know what dash S means. Standalone file with a header and footer, not just a fragment. Okay, nice. And then dash O is the output. That's pretty uplifting there. Welcome. So good to have you. You are just in time for me to leave. I'm going to be heading out in like 10 minutes. But welcome. And you should check out this awesome library that someone made. It's a really cool library. I don't know who made it or where it came from or where they get such brilliant ideas, but it's definitely a cool little thing. Okay, so we're going to do this exactly. And ooh, ice cream codes, welcome. You want to know how you replied to the mobile app test? Definitely. Tell us. Ice cream codes. I'm sorry to hear that. I'll definitely be on next week though. I've been streaming more regularly lately. So I'll be on what is it? Thursdays and Fridays? Yeah. But yeah. So wait, I forget the thing. Oh yeah. They wanted you to test their mobile games, and they published a bunch of mobile games or something, and you were worried that they were. Sadly, this part does not appear as a fair abstract evaluation test anymore. It appears like a downloads boosting and time-consuming free of charge homework. You'll just have to evaluate me from the answers above. Whoa, you really laid it down. Ooh, thank you, Sullivan. That's awesome. Oblivionaire, that, yeah, I think if you weren't comfortable doing it, then, yeah, totally. Oh, thank you, Sullivan. Very, 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 very nice. Yeah, I think if it wasn't feeling right to you, then yeah, totally. Just it's good that you spoke up about it, and maybe it'll make them more aware that it could be something, that other people could feel too. Um, okay, so I'm gonna try index.html. That's good though to stand up for yourself. Is this classmatic, that clone package? Um, if by do you mean like I got jealous of how much attention this other guy was getting, and so I created a package that was smaller and had more browser support to compete with his, then yes. Yeah. Uh, okay, this document format requires a non-empty title element, defaulting to Readme as a title. To specify a title, use title and metadata or dash dash metadata title. Okay, dash dash metadata. Nice. Yeah, I spent like all day yesterday working on that. Classmatic. Okay, nice. Okay, so now let's open this HTML file and everything's going to work perfectly, right? Okay. So I think it actually did work. This is not working because we're opening this up in a relative like file, but it should work on GitHub, I think. So let's try it. So I'm gonna go to, where am I gonna publish this? Am I really gonna buy classmatic.com? Ah, geez. Isn't there like a js.org thing? Can I get this? Free web space to make perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe I get JS, classmatic.js.org. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do it because I think yeah, it's a free domain name and it's an awesome domain name, so why not? Okay, and then I'm gonna put this inside of // and I believe it's docs and then /index. Okay. Oh, what happened? Does not exist. Okay. So that's because we do not have a docs folder, I believe. Try it again. Boom, boom, we've got it. Okay, so now the problem is demo /. I think we need to make these all absolute URLs, and I'm still not sure that this is going to work. Actually, I'm pretty positive this isn't going to work. No, it shouldn't work because, well, unless it's going to default to the top level of the, of whatever. I can't explain things. Of the top level of the repository, right? Which I don't think it should, but who knows, right? So we'll discard that. We got these changes. Okay, so let's do our pandoc again. Pandoc's awesome, by the way. It just like worked. That was amazing. Okay, so we're gonna say like docs website. We're gonna commit this. We're gonna go to our settings, and we're gonna go to website. Sure, why not? Sponsorships. Website. Source, pages, docs. Okay. So now it should be published from the docs. And let's look at it. Maybe. Why isn't it there? Settings. I do have a docs folder with an index.html file in there on my master branch. So I'm not exactly sure. It says it's ready to be published. Oh, your site is published. Okay, so maybe now it works? Nope. No. Please, website, load. Why wouldn't it be working? I mean, sometimes these things just take time, right? Docs. I guess what I can do in the meantime, or wait, does npm have like a pandoc thing? Like a JavaScript pandoc? No, I don't think so. A wrapper around the pandoc tool. Oh, okay. But I think you need, it's a wrapper, so I think you need pandoc installed. But whatever. We can still add it, I think, to our I guess we're adding it. Can I add it to npm scripts? Website. Oops, that. Okay, I don't know if that'll work. Let's try deleting it, and then we're gonna try generating it. So npm run website. And it worked, okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you can put any command in there. I knew that. I didn't really. So yeah, we're still getting site not found, but it's saying that it's published here. From the docs folder. I definitely have a docs folder with an index.html. So like something should be showing up here, you know? Hmm. Not sure. I think maybe it just takes time. I think that's really it. But I gotta go. I guess the next tasks are, so we changed the project description. We got the diagram done. Yeah. So next we're gonna try to get a domain at classmatic.js.org. We're gonna like publish the website. We're going to make sure the website has good styles, and we can use creator of Bulma has a library for this. Well, so Mainel asks, why not just use classmaticjs.org? So I could buy my own domain, but I already have so many domains, and the js.org domain is free. Like this is just a service for anyone who's a JavaScript developer, and it's a pretty nice domain, I think. And it makes it feel official. So I don't think it's worse, and I don't have to spend the money and like renew it every year. And 3 years from now, when when I'm not actually maintaining it anymore, I don't have to feel bad about Yeah, I don't know. It's just something I've thought about for a while. Is just using js.org, and usually I'll buy my own domain. But I don't know. I think it's kind of cool to be involved in the ecosystem a little bit too. Where he has something here. Okay, here we go. This is for Markdown generated content. So I think we'll either use this one for the styles, but I think my first choice is to use this other one, the Hello CSS, because I really like these styles. Okay, so after we do that, we make sure the website looks good. You're not sure if you've seen any project on js.org. Really? I think there's a lot of them, actually. I don't know. I don't think they have like a search. But maybe they tweet about people. Learn git branching.js.org. Redux starter kit.js.org. Splitting. What is this? Oh, okay. You can split words. That's cool. Just release server. Hot module reload for HTTP server. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be pretty easy. Instacam. Brexit. Split views. Highway. Transitions manager. Reet. Oh yeah, I saw this the other day. This got super popular the other day. Maybe you've heard of this. This is at js.org. You also might not have noticed because it's not super obvious. Doxify. Flat picker. This is a pretty popular datetime picker. The Redux doc site is on js.org. Ha, I caught you. You said you'd never heard of it, but you've heard of Redux. So here. Ha, you're caught. No, I don't know. Whatever. Okay. This might actually be a good thing. Remark. Markdown processor. Remark. I don't know. Website. Content as structured data. What is this? What? This sounds like what Remake is doing. What is this? Ah, this looks interesting. Looks crazy interesting. Okay, I'm gonna keep that up. Okay, well, I gotta go, guys. I'm late for work. Yeah, I'll check in next week. I might actually have some of this done by next week. Yeah, it was awesome to have you. Yeah, I hope you stop by next week too. I'll probably be on 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. next Thursday and Friday. Okay, thank you guys. Have a great weekend and a happy Valentine's Day. Bye.